Kylo Ren?
Well, I think we're gonna meet Kylo Ren.
Oh, there he is.
This one. Join me.
Are you guys all together?
Just two.
Just gonna be right behind the line.
Here.
The dark side calls. Will you answer? Will you turn against the light?
Can I get out of here by saying no?
What you fail to see is that the decision is already made. When you are ready, we will be waiting.
We're at the Disneyland Hotel for the classic afternoon tea. What kind of tea are you drinking?
I am drinking Chakra Silvertips.
What am I?
Picked before the buds open, and it is very rare. It's only picked one time a year.
Fancy. What's mine called?
Yours is called Red Bush Caramel Velvet.
Red Bush Caramel Velvet. I forgot to take a video before we demolished most of the scones, so there's what's left. Those are the sandwiches. And the dessert.
Nope.
I asked you how they were, but you haven't tasted them yet.
No, but the scones were delicious.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. We are at Gallifrey 1.
I have ribbons. Very, very dismal showing of ribbons according to this convention.
I didn't put any of my ribbons on my badge.
Sacrilege. Anyway, we're at Gallifrey 1, a Doctor Who convention in Los Angeles. It's been going for like 27 years, and it's awesome. And we've seen doctors and companions and masters, mistresses, and guest stars, and it's been awesome.
And I got an autograph from Osgood.
And we're gonna see John Hurt tomorrow, and yeah, that's about it. But we'll have other little bits
right now.
And I went home, and my wife was sitting reading a book by the fire, and I came in, I shut the door behind me, and I stood there, and she looked up, and I said, "I am the Doctor." And she looked at me and said, "That's nice, dear. Could you put the rubbish out?"
So I wrote Stephen Moffat a really grovelling love letter, and just said, you know, if ever you need blue-eyed, sharp cheekboned villainess, I'm your man. And then apparently, at exactly the same time, he had the same idea, apparently, and so now I got a call from my agent saying, you might want to sit down for this, because she knows that I'm a massive Doctor Who fan. And she said, have you heard of the Master? And I was like, yeah. She went, do you want to play it? And I was like, what? What? And I said that quite a lot. And then I said, really? And I remember just going, what, really? What? For like 20 minutes. How does that work? Come on, I've got a vagina. And I'm terribly sorry if there's any youth in here.
So that must have been quite tricky going into something as big as Doctor Who already being established.
I suppose it was. I was more focused on the fact that I seemed very young at the time to play the part, and I'd grown up with William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton. The choice of me was a bit of a shock, but John Nathan Turner, to his credit, persuaded me to do it. And indeed, it's an offer you can't refuse. It's a bit like the mafia, coming down to your house. You see, officer, but how can you turn it down in the end?
Now this isn't a classic speech, this is a modern speech, and it's very war doctorish, and Peter Capaldi did this speech in the Zygon inversion. I know. And I think it's one of the greatest speeches ever written for Doctor Who. It's very war doctorish, but I would love you to have a go.
Because it's not a game, Kate. This is a scale model of war. Every war ever fought, right there in front of you. Because it's always the same. When you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel, you have no idea who's going to die. You don't know whose children are going to scream and burn. How many hearts will be broken? How many lives shattered? How much blood will spill until everybody does what they were always going to have to do from the very beginning? Sit down and talk. Listen to me. Listen. I just want you to think. Do you know what thinking is? It's just a fancy word for changing your mind. I don't understand. Are you kidding? Me? Of course I understand. I mean, do you call this a war, this funny little thing? This is not a war. I fought in a bigger war than you will ever know. I did worse things than you could ever imagine. And when I close my eyes, I hear more screams than anyone could ever be able to count. And do you know what you do with all that pain? I tell you where you put it. You hold it tight till it burns your hand. And you say this: no one else will ever have to live like this. No one else will have to feel this pain. Not on my watch.